We just released a new version of Divi 5 and it comes with some great new features, and I'm here to give you the full tour. We added support for a bunch of new Google fonts, including variable fonts. And if you're not familiar with variable fonts, you'll definitely want to stick around because they allow you to do some really cool new things. We also added a bunch of new text styling options that allow you to make magazine style layouts that give you more control over things like text stroke and drop caps and so much more. So let me get into it and give you the full tour. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video because I have a surprise sneak peek of a previously unannounced feature. Just a little reward for sticking it out to the end, so don't skip this one. First, let me scroll through a few designs we created using these new settings, which are all purely typography based. And you'll notice such wonderful variation in these designs thanks to the new options. First of all, variable fonts give you fine-tuned control over the style of the font, but also we added new settings for things like text direction and text columns and drop caps, which you see here. And the beauty of variable fonts is that the controls they give you are not limited to a few subsets. You have full control, thousands of font weights, font widths, etc., which creates these really nice transitions, for example, in this design. You can control things like font slant and width and stroke and weight. And again, you aren't limited to a few subsets like traditional fonts where you have one option for italic and one for normal. Now you can control the slant using a range slider. So you just have, again, fine-tuned control. You can control things like roundedness, for example, which you couldn't do before. There's just so many options, so let me show you how all this stuff works. Here in the settings panel, you can see all of the settings you are familiar with in Divi because I'm using a traditional font. But if I were to select a variable font, some new options will appear. So in this case, I'm going to choose Google Sans Flex, and you'll see these new variable font options that give you fine-tuned control over weight, width, slant, roundedness, and grade. And you can see how these options can be used to customize the font. And traditionally, these might be completely different font families, but in this case, because you have so much control over the font, you can really make it your own. So in this case, you can scroll through hundreds of font weight options. You can control the font slant. So instead of just choosing italic or non-italic, you can control the exact slant. You can make the font round. So instead of choosing some particular rounded font, you might like Google Sans Flex, but you want to make it a little rounded, you have control over that. So each font comes with a different subset of options, and they give you so much more control over the style of your font. Here is another fun example. The bit count font comes with some unique element, shape, and expansion options, and you can see me scrolling through the different shapes here, which completely changes the look and feel of the font. Additionally, you can scroll through how the shape expands and create some really fun and interesting new designs. Additionally, since you're working with the same font family and not different font families or variations, you can now transition through those new variable font controls. So in this case, for example, if I wanted to change how this looks on hover, I can do that, and you can see it smoothly transitioning between those font weight and stroke and slant and color settings. Plus, this update does much more than add variable font support. We also introduced many new text styling options. So when you open up your title and body text option groups, you're going to find many new settings. So let me show you how some of those work. First, we added text direction settings. So if I wanted to change the text direction of this heading and have it line up with the edge of that image, I could set the text direction to left to right. And the same with this text, I could set it right to left. And now I have this text aligned with the edge of that image. We also added a whole new tab for customizing drop caps. So you can see I added a drop cap here, and you'll notice a new drop caps tab in the body text option group. And here you can control the size of your drop cap, the spacing, and of course customize the color and size and font and all that. The new text column options are great. They allow you to create magazine style text layouts without separating text into different containers. The text just flows through naturally through each column. As you can see in this case, I'm using just one text module, and then I've gone into the text option group and adjusted the columns. So I can choose how many columns my text module has, and I can adjust the gap between the columns. And it makes it really easy to create these magazine style layouts that look good on every device and where the text just flows through naturally. There are also new line wrap options which control how your text wraps to new lines. You can control the spacing between paragraphs and list items. There are new capitalization options that weren't available before. You have the full suite of capitalization options. Additionally, there are new font style options such as overline. You can also turn on and off hyphenation. So if you want your long headings to hyphenate and break to a new line, you can enable that. There are also new stroke options. So when you add a stroke, you can also control the stroke position, either center or outside. That covers all of the new options available in this new version of Divi 5. If you like what you see, leave a comment below and like this video. I would really appreciate it. And since you stuck around to the end, as promised, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a new feature that's coming out in the next couple weeks. Divi 5 makes it super easy to leverage CSS Grid and create advanced grid layouts thanks to all of the pre-made grid templates that Divi ships with. So I can come up here and choose between all of these different multi-row, masonry, sidebar templates. I click once, it applies that structure to the parent container, in this case the row, and then everything else falls into place. I can change this again and again, and I don't have to jump into all of the columns to create those grid layouts. You can jump into the child elements and adjust their row span and row start, etc. You can go back to the parent container and create advanced grid offset rules to create any CSS grid layout imaginable. But we want to bridge the gap between those super simple pre-made templates and the advanced custom templates that you can create using all of Divi's design settings. And that's where Divi 5's upcoming CSS grid editor comes into play. I can open up the grid editor and build my own custom CSS grid layout. I can choose how many columns I want. I can choose how many grid items. And then I can start customizing the structure as well. So I can change the gap values. If I want this first cell, for example, to span 2 rows and 2 columns, I can do that. If I want this one to span 100% width, I can do that. And then when I exit out, you can see that that layout has been created. So there's a sneak peek of the upcoming CSS grid editor. If you like what you see, do us a huge favor and like this video. It really helps out. Also, if you missed the workspaces feature we released last week, you should definitely check out this video. It's gonna pop up in the top left-hand corner of this video. Click that and check out that new feature. It's a great one, and stay tuned for more features coming soon. I will see you in a new video next week.